Hey, what's up everybody? It's your girl Siobhan and you're tuning into this week's episode of Sharp Cuts and Color how-to video, and today I selected the Smoky Eye as my tutorial. So let me just go ahead and brief you guys on what I've already done to my skin. And of course, number one, that's I've cleansed with my Mary Kay 3-in-1 cleanser. I moisturized with my Dynamic Duo, which is the moisturizer in the day solution. I'll also put on my face a primer because I do have on my liquid foundation. That's a matte wear. And of course, it's in my particular shade, which is Bronze 1. The next thing that I did was I put on my blush, which is for today's color that I'm doing. I did Sparkling Cider. And that's because whenever I do a smoky eye, I want for basically everything on my face to be very similar to the shade Nude, with the exception of the eye, because I want the eye to pop. So the next thing that I did after that was for my eyes, I applied my Mary Kay eye primer, and I did that all over the eyelid. And then the next thing that I did was I applied my Mary Kay concealer in just the area above the brow bone to give me a light shade. I don't know if you guys have also tuned into my natural makeup tutorial, but I do cheat a little bit with some of the products, and I'll use them for alternative resources instead of having to put on a lot of makeup. The last thing that I put on, which you guys will be shocked to know, is not Mary Kay, but it is from one of my clients, and she works at Bath & Body Works, so I get a ton of all of their latest and greatest lip glosses, and this is actually an old color of theirs. I want to say, because the color is not even on here, I want to say it was Strawberry Champagne. It's a clear with a ton of glitter in it. And again, I wanted to put on a nude lip color that did have a little bit of pop to it, but of course, because I'm doing the smoky eye. So the last thing that I did, and I know it's a lot, but of course, when you're applying makeup, sometimes a little bit doesn't always go a long way. It's a lot is what makes the difference. So this color that's near my pinky, that's Espresso. I use that one to fill in my eyebrows. And of course, the reason why I chose to fill in my eyebrows today is because we're doing the smoky eye look, so I want my eyes to look dramatic as possible. Now, I'm going to show you guys the colors that I'm going to be using, and that's going to be this color gray that's right here. I'm going to be using that one instead of black, and then also the light color that's up at the top. Sorry. The light color that's up at the top above the purple, that's the one that I'm going to be using in the crease to create this smoky effect. So this is basically like a cheat kind of way of doing the smoky eye look. Now, these are the two implements that I'm going to be using in order to achieve this look. This, of course, is just your standard sponge applicator, and I would strongly suggest for you to use one of these when you're applying the dark color, and that's just because if this is new to you, you may make a very large mess up underneath your eye and end up having to remove all of your other makeup in order to clean it up. So I'm going to be using my handy little mirror, and that's just because this is too far away from the camera for me to really be able to see where I'm putting the eyeshadow. And of course, with smoky eye, it can get a little messy. So here's my gray color, and as you can see, it's very close to black. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my lower lid. Okay, so you guys can see the color is very dark. Of course, like I said, it's not as dark as black, but it is dark. I'm going to put another coat on top of that. Okay, so here's what the color looks like on my eyelid versus the other. It's a very dramatic look. And then you also can see underneath, I don't have any of this color residue that's falling down there, which is great because then that means that I don't have to clean up anything. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the brush that I showed you guys, my eye defining brush, and I'm going to use that light peach color because it's very similar to the concealer that I put at the top. But it is a very shimmered color, so you're going to be able to see the difference between the two. And because it's a light color, it's also going to help me blend in that gray. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it in the crease of the eye. And I'm just going to stroke back and forth until I get a very good line. And then after that, I'm going to begin to drop down into the gray, because I put it up a little bit higher than what I needed to. So I'm going to drop down into that gray. And then now I'm just going to start stroking upward, because remember, we put 2 coats of the gray. So there's a little bit of excess color on there. So I'm going to begin stroking upward. Of course, not all the way up to my brow, but just up into that crease. And I'm blending in the gray. And I'm actually making it a little bit of a lighter gray color in the crease, because now it's mixed in with that peach color that I blended in. And blending does, oftentimes when you're dealing with darker colors, it does take a little bit longer. So be patient and just continue to blend the color in. Blending with a smoky eye is key. If you don't blend in, you can almost look like you have raccoon eyes. Raccoon. That's funny. Okay. So there's my gray smoky eye. Now the last thing that I'm going to do is down in this area, I'm just going to clean that up a little bit, because I got a little bit more color on the outside part of that than what I wanted. So I'm going to take the clean side of my sponge applicator, and I'm just going to get the nudist color that I have that matches my concealer, and I'll show you guys that color. So it's going to be this one here. That nude color right there matches my concealer. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to take it on the side of my eye, the corner, and I'm just going to lightly dust that color and blend it in to get rid of the excess gray. So now you can see I've cleaned up that corner part of my eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye, and then we're going to come back, and at that point I'll of course have on my mascara, and I'll show you the complete look. So stay tuned. Okay, so as you guys can see, I've done both of my eyes, and the last thing that I did was with the eyeshadow. You still have a little bit of residue on your brush after you're done doing the second eye. So the last thing that you want to do is to just kind of blend in those edges so that you don't have any just lines right there where the makeup just stops. The one thing that you want to do is you want to take the brush and you're just going to lightly stroke back and forth. And what you're doing is you're blending in those colors down by the corners of the eye, and then gently just sweeping it again. So you're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay, and of course the last thing that I did was I applied my Love Lash mascara, my Belle Biv DeVoe mascara, because this was smack it up a little bit, rub it down, oh no, gets those eyelashes good and popping. So anyway, I hope I demonstrated for you guys a quick and easy way to do a basic smoky eye. Of course, the more videos I do, the more advanced we'll get in our makeup applications. But I just wanted to start you guys off with one that was not only simple to do, but also where you could wear it during the day as well as in the evening. If you guys have any questions, please make sure that you forward them to me either on the YouTube, or you can add me on Twitter. That's at Siobhan Sharp. Make sure you check out my website, sharpcutsandcolor.com. And as usual, make sure that you guys stay busy and stay beautiful. Peace.